Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. In this video, we're going to set up two of our most important SEO tools, one of those being the RankMath plugin that we installed in a previous video, and the second one being Google's Search Console. Now, we installed RankMath because it's going to send a lot of pertinent site information about our website over to Google to get indexed. Once Google will index our website, it'll be able to show up in search if it's relevant or if it matches certain search terms. In addition to that, RankMath will also tell us how optimized our articles are for a given keyword. I'm going to show you how to set all of that up here in a minute. And we're going to set up Google Search Console because that's going to let us know how our site is doing in search, what keywords we're ranking for, how many times are we showing up in Google, how many people are clicking on it, so on and so forth. They're pretty simple to set up, so without any further ado, let's hop into my computer. I'll show you how to do it. All right, so before we get started, we're going to want to log in three different places. First one's going to be our Namecheap account. The second one here is going to be our WordPress backend, which is our domain name /WP admin. And then the last spot that we're going to want to get logged in or create an account is at search.google.com. I'll have links below this video leading directly to these websites. Now, the first thing we're going to set up is our Google Search Console because it's going to make RankMath setup a little bit easier. In order to set up your Google Search Console, all you're going to need is a Google account. So if you already have one, great. You're going to log in with your existing Google account to hop into Google Search Console. Now, when you get to Google Search Console, this screen's probably going to be blank. So we're going to go right up here to the top left where it says Search Property, come down and click the little button here that says Add Property. We're going to click on that. I'm going to add a fictitious website here to kind of show you the process. You're going to want to work here on the left side in domain property because that's going to index every single page that's on your domain name. So we're going to enter our domain name here, and then we're going to hit Continue. Now it's going to try to verify ownership there. After it tries to verify ownership, it's going to come back to this screen. What you're going to do now is you're going to take a little piece of code that Google gives you and you're going to add a new text record to your DNS records over at Cloudflare. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to grab this little Google site verification, this random bit of code. We're going to click copy, and then we're going to come on over to Cloudflare. Once we're on Cloudflare, we're going to actually select the website. And then once our website is selected, we're going to go right up here to this blue box that says DNS. We're going to click this up here. Once we're into our DNS records on Cloudflare, we're going to click this little blue button here that says Add Record. And if you go back to Google Search Console, it's going to tell you to add a TXT record right over here. So over on Cloudflare, this little drop-down menu here which says Type of Record, click on that, scroll down, and you're going to see where it says TXT. Click on that. And where it says here for name, we're going to click the @ symbol, which means it's going to verify everything on our domain. And now here where it says content, we're going to click here, paste it, and then we're going to click save. After we hit the save button, it's going to create a record. You'll see one on your website down here, a TXT record with the Google site verification text right through there. When that's done, you're going to head back on over to Google Search Console. Once you come back over to Google Search Console, you're going to click this verify button. Once you click that verify button, you'll get a big check mark showing that your domain is verified. If it's not, you might have to wait up to an hour for things to propagate. After you verify your domain, you're going to be shown a screen that looks like this. Now, this is going to be very intimidating at first. I don't want you to get too overwhelmed. There's only one report that I want you to worry about for right now. And this is the performance report right up top. I'm going to click Open Report, and I'll kind of show you the kind of information you're going to learn from this. Now, keep in mind, this might take a while to start giving you data because it might take you a little bit of time for your website to get indexed in Google and start showing up in search. Now, I've already added a couple of articles so that you have data and I'm not showing you a bunch of zeros. But what you'll see here is you can see daily impressions is how many times your site has shown up in Google search. Clicks is the amount of times that people have clicked on it. So you'll see how many times you've shown up, how many times people have clicked onto your website, your average click-through rate, and your average position in search. And if you scroll down here, you'll see all of the actual Google searches that people put into the search bar that you showed up for. So for instance, for woodworking, I've showed up 1,780 times in search, and that's brought 70 people over to my website. If you click over here to pages, you can see where people ended up most of the time. As you can see, my Ted's Woodworking review page has shown up 1,800 times in search and 70 people clicked on it. My small workshop ideas post only showed up 6 times. And this will give you an idea of how good performing articles versus bad performing articles. And obviously you want to make more of the articles that perform well. Don't get caught up in looking at this every day. This is only something that I would set up and then maybe look at once a month or so. But once we get Google Search Console set up, it's time to head back on over to our website and we're going to set up RankMath. All right, so once we get logged into our WordPress backend, it's our domainname.com/wp-admin. You're going to see a screen that looks like this. We're going to come over here on the left side, click on RankMath, and then we're going to go into General Settings. Now, if it's your first time going into the RankMath settings, you should be taken to the Setup Wizard. If you don't see the Setup Wizard, I'm going to show you how to find it, and we're going to walk through it together. All right, so the RankMath Setup Wizard is on the dashboard. We click there, you're going to see a screen like this, and you'll see along the tabs up here, you see Setup Wizard. Click on that. And this is going to bring you to this screen. I'm going to walk you through the advanced mode, which will give you a little bit more things to tweak than the easy mode. We'll click here, Start Wizard. Now, this first screen is going to help you categorize your website. You're going to come into here, click the type of website that you want. Business type, you want to find something on this drop-down list that's closely related to your niche. Down here, you're going to put your brand name here for company name, and then your logo for Google. And then down here for default social share image, add or upload file. Again, if you don't have one already, just go over to Pexels, Pixabay, or Unsplash and find a royalty-free image and stick it in there. Once that's all done, we'll hit Save and Continue. And then Search Console, this very top. Remember, we already hooked up Google Search Console. Once we log in with our Google account, Search Console will automatically integrate with RankMath. There's nothing more for us to do. You'll see our website right through here. Come right down here, hit Save and Continue. Now for Sitemap. Now what a sitemap is, it's a document that your website's going to send to Google, which pretty much tells Google all of the web pages that happen on your website. This way Google can keep everything accurately indexed and you'll start to rise in search rankings. RankMath will create and send this document automatically. So when we're on the sitemap page here, make sure that Sitemaps is enabled, include the images, and include all of your post types here. And same thing, you want to have your categories. Make sure this is all checked. Click Save and Continue. Now, as far as different tweaks, empty categories and tags, I don't want them indexed by Google because I don't want people coming to a blank page on my website. Make sure that box is checked. No follow external links, I leave that unchecked. And then open external links in a new tab and window. Yes, that's good. If I link to an outside source on my website, I want to keep my website open. Hit Save and Continue. And there it is. We're all done. Now RankMath is set up and configured. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like inside of a post. Okay, so to show you how RankMath works with posts, we're going to go up here on the left side, click on Posts, click on All Posts, and it'll bring you over to this screen. As you can see here, I've already written a couple of posts for the website, and our SEO details should show up here on the right side. These numbers here, out of 100, is the general overall SEO score, how optimized the post is for the keyword that you've picked. So let me show you how it's going to look inside the post itself. So you've got your post title up here, you've got all of your paragraphs where you work, you've got all of your little subheadings here, and then you just, kind of write your article. Then on the right side of the screen over here, normally you're going to see this on WordPress. Normally you're going to see this sidebar here for WordPress, but for RankMath, you're going to click here and bring up the RankMath sidebar. So to use RankMath, you're going to create your focus keyword here. And then as you write that article, it's going to start checking that article against all of these certain parameters. You want to make sure you have the focus keyword in the title, which is right up here, woodworking projects that sell, woodworking projects that sell. Your keyword meta description, that's this little snippet here. You're going to notice that you'll have woodworking projects that sell. You've got woodworking projects that sell. It's also bolded here in your meta preview. So as you write, you want to make sure that you get as many check marks as possible. And kind of just go through 62 characters long. As you start writing and as you start meeting parameters, they'll check, they'll go green, and then this score up here will rise. It's a pretty intuitive system, and if you can write based on those parameters, you're going to have a perfectly optimized SEO article every single time. So that completes our lesson on SEO tools. You can now write articles based on certain keywords, and then you can check how they're doing inside of Google Search Console. See you in the next video.